Hello YouTube, what's up? I'm going to do another beer review for you guys. A beer I'm pretty excited about. I haven't had this yet, even though it's Danish. But Mark over at the Hoppy already reviewed it, and it is the Beer Here Dark Hops. Been able to get this beer for a while, but never got around to buying it, because when I started getting into craft beer, I had some Danish, and the Danish beer I had was really crappy because I bought it from the wrong breweries. I didn't know back then of McKellar and Beer Here, and it was actually only until recently I stopped buying only American and English craft beer and all that. Actually, that's quite strange, but quite recently, what can we say, like the beginning of 2009. But the beer is the Dark Hops, as I said, and it is should be pretty darn good. It's quite difficult to find since it's only brewed once, and it's originally brewed for the American beer market. So it's actually maybe even more difficult to find here in Denmark. But I got myself a bottle from beer store here in my city. Not the same as I always buy my beer, but another one. He had it, and the special thing about this beer is that it combines styles with both an Imperial Stout and an IPA, or a Stout and an IPA. And I think it's a really great name, fitting. They got on here Hoppy Black Ale. Really, I think that's really quite fitting, and it's quite a new trend actually to blend styles in craft beer. And some other breweries are trying to do this as well as Beer Here does, but I don't know if they are as successful because I've never had this blend. I believe that the Black and Tan from Hoppy Frog is sort of a blend of a porter and an IPA as well. I'm not sure. But let's just start the review. The glass I'm going to use is going to be a tulip glass, and my golden rack, because it's great with IPAs. And I've never had a stout from a tulip glass, but we'll find out because this is a cross. But first, I'm going to read you some info. Dark Hops is a stout. It's a stout hopped as an India Pale Ale, with a distinctive bitterness and a dry finish. It is brewed from Maris Otter malt, smoked malt, British special malt and sugarcane. In both taste and aroma, it bears the stamp of one of my favorite hops, Cease, sometimes called Columbus or Tomahawk, which is used in the boiler together with Czech Saaz hops, and only as dry hops. It is delicious to drink now while the hops are fresh, but as it is with fermentation in the bottle, it's certainly as there is fermentation going on in the bottle, it is certainly saving potential. This beer was originally brewed for the American market, but are available in limited quantities, in particular Denmark and Finland. I don't know why Finland, but it's brewed at Nøgne, which is amazing Norwegian microbrewery. But let's get this beer poured. It's 8.5 ABV, so it's pretty heavy. I think I'm gonna stop. It's so difficult for some reason when you're holding it in your hand to open the beer. But wow. Okay, let's pour it. Look at that pour. This definitely looks like a stout. Nonetheless, but this is not as fresh. It's a couple of months old, but he said that it had selling potential. Let's just keep it there. Really pours. Wow, an amazing head. And let's check out the color. It is, well, to me this is pitch black, with a brown head. And I got pretty big head on here, but that's probably also because I didn't really pour hard, but that's probably also because I used a tulip glass, and that's usually a great glass for getting a big head on your beer. But let's check out the aroma of this cross between a Stout and a IPA, which, by the way, is also one of my favorite styles, is Stouts and IPAs. Well, let's check out the aroma. Okay, this smells really good. Mostly in the aroma there is a roasted character. Quite roasted. But then also surprisingly a hop character. But it's mostly roasted, a bit of coffee, and then hops. And overall that smells very good, and that's quite nice. And that head, it looks pretty nice and dense, nice and thick, but nice black color. But I'm gonna check out the flavor now and see how it is. Wow, that is really good. Wow, that is very different, guys. That is so good. Okay, I almost don't know where to start. Okay, first off, body. Let's start out with the body. I wouldn't call this a full body at all. It's a medium body, in my opinion. And, fairly mild carbonation. But that flavor is very nice. It's quite smoky and roasted, as you would find in stout. And then all of a sudden, after you just had the roasty flavor and the beer gets to the back of your palate, you just taste an amazing hop, bitter hop presence in the beer. Wow. That is really, really good. I'd say it's more of a Imperial IPA than a regular IPA sort of type of hoppy taste. But by the way, alcohol-wise, the alcohol in this beer is very well hidden. 8.5%. That's very well hidden. And I love that. It's really good. I really love that the cross between a smoky roasted stout, and then you get the hops of a, I'd say, a double IPA and not a regular IPA. But it's not all the way over in grapefruity hoppy, but still, excuse me, quite hoppy. This is delicious. Really, I really love this brewery. Beer here from Denmark. I've really gotten into drinking their beers lately, and they make some amazing beer. One of my top 5. I think it's actually one that, according to Rate Beer, it is the 53rd best brewery in the world. I think that's a pretty good position, but it's great, this beer. I really love that they combine two styles and they make it combine them so good. It's not it is very good, but it's not a 100 rating, but it's pretty darn close. I'm probably gonna say this is like a 97, and that's probably because this is not as fresh. If it were more fresh, it would have been better, I'm sure. But check out the check out the dark hops by Beer here. In America, you should be able to find it since it's brewed for the American beer market. Check it out. Check out my other reviews as always. Subscribe if you like them. And I want to say cheers, you guys. And I'll see you next time.